Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, if you're new to my content, y'all may or may not know that, your boy grew up in humble beginnings. Grew up in the hood. I used to go to the candy lady. I remember going to the candy lady all the time, man. Getting Snickers, getting honey buns. That used to be my main thing, them honey buns. I take it home, put a little bit of butter on it, put it in the microwave, drink it with some milk. Man, I would just straight up sugar everything. It got to the point where it was so bad. My mom used to be like, "Boy, if you don't stop eating all that food, you gonna get diabetes." But when I was a little kid, I didn't know what the hell diabetes was. I'm like, okay, I guess that's bad. And so I would have anxiety when I'm eating the food, growing up. But I didn't know what it was. And it wasn't until I got a little older, I started seeing people in my family. Like I grew up with my granddad and his two sisters. My granddad being my mom's dad, grew up in their house. And, one of my great aunties, she ended up passing away from type 2 diabetes. My granddad, he was a truck driver, and he ended up passing away from a heart attack at 46 years old because of the way he was eating. And I remember him eating a lot of sweets, y'all. He had big old ass stomach. I used to be laying on his stomach. We used to be looking at Thundercats back then. If y'all know what Thundercats is, some of my youngins, y'all might not know what the hell Thundercats is. We used to be looking at the cartoon Thundercats, the cartoon Transformers, Spider-Man. He put me on all that stuff. That's why I like looking at Marvel and DC and all that kind of stuff nowadays. But I found myself losing a lot of people that I really loved and cared about, losing a lot of people that I was really close to, that I wish were here today to see, the person that I've become, like helping a lot of people. And, as I got older, I even got to the point where I started being a candy man in high school. It was so bad. I had to go all the way back to my roots. I was like, man, I got to make me some money. I'm tired of being broke. And so my mom, we go over to BJ's, and I think I started out with like $20, $30 worth of candy. And hot Cheetos, hot fries. It wasn't even hot Cheetos, it was hot fries. Capri Suns, just sugar everything, man. And so, started selling in high school. But my whole point is this, guys. As I got older, it didn't stop. Like when I got into my early 20s, man, I was eating so much sugar and, binge eating on cereal late at night, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the Fruity Pebbles, Frosted Flakes. Man, it got so bad. I got to the point where I started mixing them in together. I would be also getting Oreos, and I'd say, man, I'm just going to eat 2, 3, maybe 4, then go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I eat the whole damn row. 10, 15 minutes later, the whole row gone. Guys, that's what I believe that's a sugar addiction. That's bad. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to go through my own journey of overcoming that because I got to a point where I was training at that point. Like, even though it was like the earlier point in my career, I was training, but stress also made me start eating more sugar. It was like my comfort place. Like I used to be waking up and getting out of bed at like 11:30 p.m. and going to the gas station to go get some honey buns. Going to the gas station to get chips and Cheetos and just junk food, man. And I started noticing at that point how bad it started making me feeling. I was waking up with brain fog in the morning. My eczema in my hands and feet would be so bad, like my hands would break out in hives. That hives would dry up, then my hands would be flaky. Same thing would happen to the bottom of my feet because I'm eating all this damn sugar. And so, I just got to a point where I was just disgusted with my situation. Not only because of how it was affecting my health, but also because I wasn't living in alignment with my purpose. You know, I'm telling people, hey, you need to be working out. Hey, you need to be eating right. But I'm like, damn, look what I'm over here doing. You see what I'm saying? And disgusted with the situation. And so I want to tell y'all a couple of things that I started doing that I believe that you can do as well to break that. I don't know why, but I got a poor connection. I'm sitting outside. That's weird. But anyway, yeah. So I found myself, feeling like, damn, I feel like I'm a bit addicted to this sugar. I need to make some changes. I'm tired of living like this. I'm disgusted with how I'm feeling, and me telling people one thing, but I'm living a whole nother way. And so here's the first thing I did, guys. I started to become very aware of my triggers. Very aware of my triggers. For me, it was overwhelm. It was overwhelm, it was stress, and it was a bit of shame, to be honest with y'all. Like, I was shamed, like, even though I was young, I felt like I should have been a little bit further along. I felt like, I had some hiccups where I didn't have as much money. I didn't know how I was going to make ends meet the next month for rent and my car note and everything else. And so it was a lot. I had a lot of stress weighing on me. And so that was one of the triggers that I became aware of that would cause me to binge eat. This because late at night, that's when I'll eat this junk food most days. Sometimes it'd be early in the day if I didn't have to train nobody or nothing like that. But I became aware of my triggers. And so when I became aware of my triggers, emotional triggers, okay? Sometimes it's stress, sometimes it's anger, sometimes it's overwhelm. Whatever it is, you got to realize what are yours, right? And then you want to start to, once you're aware of them, now you want to see how you can kind of like create barriers around in your life to where those stresses don't show up as often. And if they do continue to show up, you understand what it is. It's just, okay, I'm going through a little bit of stress right now. Sit in that shit. Stop coping. Don't cope on it. Just sit in it. That feeling is gonna go away. We go feel that tension. Some people have anxiety, right? They have mad anxiety when they go into the gym. That's part of being human. Some people are just gonna have a little bit more anxiety. It's just a feeling that you have. Don't nobody else know that you got that anxiety. All right? And so just let the feeling run its course. Let it run its course. And so even now, guys, I'm not addicted to sugar. I don't have to have, the honey buns and shit like that. I can't remember the last time I had one. But if I go into the grocery store and I go down the aisle where I see, honey buns and all these kind of foods, I'm gonna feel that trigger. My heart gonna start speeding up a little bit. Like for all my guys, you see a woman you really, really attracted to, your heart start beating a little bit faster. For all my ladies, you see a man that you really, really attracted to, he got that deep voice, you be like, ooh, heart start beating a little bit faster. That will be happening to my ass when I be in them, when I see some honey buns, when I see some type of sugar that I want to eat, that I used to always eat. You see what I'm saying? But just let the feeling or the emotion run its course. All right, because it's not gonna be like that the whole damn day. It's gonna come, then it's gonna go. Okay, you just want to be disciplined enough to let the feeling pass by. So be aware of the trigger, the emotional triggers. The second thing is this: environment. Environment is very important, man. I started changing, like I would always have the Oreos in my house. I used to have boxes, not just a box of cereal. I had boxes of cereal on my refrigerator. It was like at will. Whenever I wanted to eat some cereal or some Oreos, I could do it right then and there. You see what I'm saying? So it was easy access. There was no resistance. Like, guys, you have to start creating resistance between the things that you shouldn't be doing. Okay? And so what I started doing, I said, okay, I'm not gonna have none of this shit in my house no more. It's gonna be at the grocery store, it's gonna be at the gas station. And so I created resistance by, if I wanted it, I gotta get my ass up, put clothes on, get in the car, drive to the gas station or the grocery store. And sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes it did happen early on. Sometimes it did happen. But over time, I just got to a point where I was just like, damn, I just got my ass up out the bed, put some clothes on, drove to the grocery store just to get this junk food. Man, what the hell is wrong with me? And so I started feeling bad about it, because I knew deep down it was the wrong thing to be doing. And so, I just created that resistance, because over time, I was just like, man, let me go to sleep. Man, let me just drink some water. Man, let me just look at a little movie and go to sleep. Man, this feeling, I got the feeling right now, but let's just see if I want it in the next 10, 15 minutes. And a lot of times, 10, 15 minutes later, I don't even want to eat it. Well, I don't want to take the necessary steps to go grab the food to get back home, then eat it. Like, that's a lot of work. I don't want to have to go through all that just to eat some sugar. And so, I changed up my environment. I cut out, I don't have none of that stuff in my house, y'all. None of it. Because even now, believe it or not, as y'all coach, I still, if it's in my house, I'm going to eat it. If it's some honey buns in my house and I done had a stressful day, man, I'm going to eat that damn honey bun. If I'm having an overwhelming day and I got some Oreos and some milk in the house, I'm going to eat them damn Oreos. And so I make sure that it's not in my environment so I don't have to worry about it. All right? So that's the second thing. Environment is crucial, guys. Like, environment is so crucial. It's like, let's say you start getting around people who are just super negative. And let's say you're a positive person, but you just get around people who are always negative. You're naturally, just by the principles of the universe, you are going to start being a little more negative. You are going to start being a little more pessimistic because of the environment that you're in. All right? And so, got to change the environment. And then the last thing, guys, I had to start getting help. I didn't have to get help in terms of like the sugar addiction, but I had to start getting help in terms of like being aware of like my eating habits. Like, I was eating, ground turkey burgers, what else? Broccoli, sweet potato. I was eating those things, but I really didn't understand nutrition like that. I didn't really understand nutrition, like really start to understand it until I went to Georgia State University, started studying nutrition and exercise science. But also, I took it to the next level where I stepped on stage and became a bodybuilder, right? And I invested in a coach to teach me nutrition, all right? And not to say that bodybuilding nutrition is the same nutrition as just, being overall healthy, but I started getting the best of both worlds. I was like, damn, I know how to eat to get shredded now. Damn, I know how to eat to lose weight and, be healthy because I went to college for it. You see what I'm saying? So I got help. I got guidance. Y'all don't realize you got people that go to college, get degrees to learn nutrition, to learn, to become a registered dietitian. And y'all trying to figure this shit out on y'all own? You got people who pay tens of thousands of dollars to learn this stuff. Like, I've spent tens of thousands of dollars. Probably over $50-something thousand to learn all these things. And y'all out here trying to wing this shit, thinking you go be able to figure it out on your own. That's why you keep struggling for years. This is like, imagine if you had a family member who was addicted to alcohol. And they're like, oh, I can figure it out on my own. Oh, I can figure it out. But they're alcoholic. They're alcoholic. I can figure it out on my own. Then they go a whole year. Hey, how's everything going? I drink, but I'm going to figure it out. At some point, you're going to tell them, look, you need to go get some help because what you doing ain't working. And you love your family member. You love that friend, whoever it is, who may be an alcoholic, and you want them to get help. Sugar addiction, food addiction, alcohol addiction, it's all the same shit, man. It's all the same thing. You have to be willing to get help because you can't always figure shit out on your own. This is why we have these different professions out here. And I had this one client, I'm not going to say her name, she was an alcoholic, and among other things that I'm just not going to mention. But that shit is expensive. Like, she had to go into this, I can't remember what they call it, I can't remember what they call it. But Alcoholics Anonymous or something like that. And her family, luckily, they were well off. I think she said they spent like $20,000 a month or some shit. It was something crazy. I'm like, what? And I was just like, damn, people have to spend this kind of money to get help from alcohol addictions and coke addictions and shit like that. I was just blown away. And so when it comes to food addiction, sugar addiction, you guys don't even have to pay that kind of money. You don't have to pay nowhere near that. But you still letting your life just pass you by, dealing with the same sugar addictions, the food addictions, and you look up 5-10 years later and you look back on your life, you're like, damn, I don't have nothing to show for these years. You don't have to keep living like that. Invest in the help. And so that way you can start living your life. Like 6 months, 12 months, your life can be completely different. Completely different. I got coaching clients, and it's not to say that they're sugar addicts or food addicts or anything like that, but they got coaching and they got help to understand nutrition. They got coaching, they got help to understand how to train. And so that way, 6 months in, they down 50 pounds. 6 months in, they down 60 pounds. 12 months in, they down 75 to 100 pounds. Life-changing shit. And they know exactly what to do to keep it off now, because they got the help. Some of y'all, you're allowing your ego to cause your life to suffer. Your ego is causing your life to suffer. You feel like you don't have to invest in anything to get help, but you telling your family and friends they need to invest to go to college. Like, guys, you have to invest to go to college. That's education. Coaching, mentors, getting professional help is education. That's all we doing. I'm educating you. Y'all listen to this podcast right now. You're getting educated. It's the same shit. Folks be like, well, I need me an in-person trainer. Your ass don't need no in-person trainer, because what's going to happen when you stop training with them? You still got to be educated enough to take your ass to the gym and train on your own, to eat the right foods and dial in your nutrition on your own. Until you get those things, your weight go up and down. You see what I'm saying? You go fall back into your old habits. This shit is not about a meal plan, a workout plan. No, this shit is a lifestyle. But if you have a lifestyle of always eating sugar, you have a lifestyle of abusing food, you have a lifestyle of abusing drugs, abusing your body, then that's why your stomach big as hell. That's why you're overweight. That's why you have high blood pressure, and the type 2 diabetes, the erectile dysfunction, the sleep apnea. Guys, it's your lifestyle. It's your habits. This is not, I'm a bad person, I'm a good person. No, you have to change your habits. Once you change these things, you understand these things. And also, I should probably start talking about this more, but create a healthier relationship with yourself. Guys, I've been through so many tough times in my life. And it wasn't until I really got into online coaching full time is when I started realizing how much people are beating themselves up mentally when they go through tough times. I've never been that person. Like, whenever I'm going through tough times, I'm saying shit I almost will probably sound crazy to some people, because I'm empowering myself even during tough times. Guys, when I went broke from doing that whole network marketing company thing, I bought some honey buns. I bought some ramen noodles. I bought some I can't make this shit up. I got I had $250 loan. Bought honey buns, ramen noodles, water, put gas in my tank, and the rest I put into the business, right? But through that time, yeah, I was sad. Yeah, I was disappointed. But I was talking to myself like, man, we're gonna get through this, man. Like, I don't know why. I think when I was growing up as a kid, because I wasn't staying with my mom or my dad, I just didn't understand certain things that was going on, because I was kind of like the family child. I was bouncing from house to house or whatever. And I would always make friends at certain schools or neighborhoods, but I would get uprooted, have to go to a whole other neighborhood and make new friends. And so I believe that's what caused me to become this, reserved person. But as I was reserved, I started kind of like empowering myself. Man, I don't really need other friends like that. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna figure this out. It ain't as bad as it might look. You know what I'm saying? And so I kind of took that with me, even as I grew into an adult. when I was going through tough times with the whole network marketing company burning down, like, I was empowering myself. Boy, watch when I bounce back. This bounce back about to be crazy. Yeah, I know I'm going through tough times right now, but I'm gonna come back stronger. I'm gonna come back more confident. I'm gonna come back more charisma. I'm gonna come back more ripped. But I see a whole lot of folks out here these days, you go through tough times and adversity, you beating yourself down. People don't even have to talk shit about you. People don't even have to talk bad on you. Talking bad on your damn self. You beating your own self up. You losing because of you. and man, imagine if you got a big ass following on social media and you got people talking shit. up underneath your comments, you go crash out. Guys, you have to have a good relationship with self. That's why when I see these trolls and stuff on my social medias and stuff, I don't care, because I have a good relationship with self. If I fall, let's say my business start going backwards, let's say my body ain't where exactly where I want it to be at, I'm not gonna crash out and just go into a depression. No, like I have my days where I go into low vibration, but I'm empowering myself. I know how to communicate with myself to get myself out of those things. Even if you're going through sugar addiction right now, even if you have a food addiction right now, don't be like, oh, well, damn, man, you know, man, I don't know how he do it, man. I just can't do it. Man, I love my shit. Man, I gotta eat me some good food. Man, I gotta have my sweet tea. No, you gotta say to yourself, man, I'm tired of living like this. You know, this was a season of my life, but I ain't living like this no more. Nah, I ain't happy with this shit. I'm about to change. Because that's the greatest thing that we have, guys. We have the power of choice. We have the power of choice. You can make a choice and a decision today to be like, I'm no longer not going to the gym on a weekly basis. I'm no longer going to allow myself to self-sabotage eating all this sugar. I'm no longer going to allow myself to have family at the house, have kids, have a wife, have a husband, and they watch me crash out. They watch me self-sabotage. They watch me be tired as hell all the time. They watch me, get bigger and bigger and get on health medications and shit like that. Guys, at some point you got to wake up. Because if you don't wake up, ain't nobody coming to save you. You got to save you, man. You do. Get the help. All right? Start becoming aware of what the triggers are that's causing you to feel like stressed or angry. You just reliving the same problems. Wake up. Wake the fuck up. Alright? And then change your environment. Some of y'all around people who don't give a fuck. Some of y'all are around people who do not care about their health. They smoke cigarettes. They drink alcohol every day, all day. They talk negative and talk shit about other people every day, all day. And you wondering why you in low vibration. Ain't nothing high vibration about none of that. They eating junk food all day. They eating soul food all day, every day. They overweight. They tired. And they just gossiping. Ain't nothing high vibration about that. Guys, we are energy beings. You can damn near be doing something and you can almost feel somebody looking at you. You can feel it. You could be in a room with people and you can look at somebody and you can feel if they pissed. You can feel if they angry. They ain't got to say nothing to you. You see what I'm saying? This shit is important. So you got to be in the right environment if you want to change. All right? So hopefully y'all found this podcast helpful. If you did, be sure to hit the follow button, leave your boy a 5-star rating, and we out of here. Let go. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable, and if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.